In this tutorial, I'll show you a few different ways to work with text in PhotoPlus. PhotoPlus provides two tools for working with text: the text tool for creating solid text and the text selection tool for creating a selection area in the form of text. Let's start with the text tool. I'm going to add some copyright text to this photograph. I've selected the text tool, and now I just click on my photo for a text insertion point. On the text context toolbar here, you can see the default properties of the text object I'm about to create. I don't want to use these. I want to choose a different font and a larger text size. I also want to change my text to white, so let's go over to the Colour tab next. When you create text or draw a shape or line, its colour is determined by the current foreground colour. That's this topmost swatch here. Currently, the foreground colour swatch is set to black and the background swatch is set to white. If I click this arrow, these colours are switched, so my text will now be white. You can set your text colour to any colour you like just by left-clicking in the colour spectrum. To revert to the black and white swatches again, click the Reset Colours button here. OK, I've set my text properties, so now I can just start typing. I'm going to insert the copyright symbol, and for this you just need to hold down the Alt key and then type the numbers 0, 1, 6, 9. Once you've created your text, you can reposition it with either the Move tool or the Deform tool. The Deform tool also lets you resize the text object by dragging a corner handle. To maintain aspect ratio, hold down the Shift key while dragging. OK, if we now look at the Layers tab, you can see that PhotoPlus has added the text to a new layer, named Layer 1. This T icon here indicates that this is a text layer. Whenever you create a new text object, PhotoPlus creates it on a new text layer. Let's add an emboss effect to the text. The Add Layer Effects button at the bottom of the Layers tab lets you add 2D and 3D effects to a selected layer. In the Layer Effects dialog, I'll select the Bevel and Emboss effect, and I'll choose Pillow Emboss. Finally, I'll reduce the layer opacity. You can see how I've created an effective watermark effect with just a few simple steps. If you want to edit, format or modify any text you've created, just select its text layer, select the text tool, and then click and drag across the text you want to edit. I'll now use the text selection tool to create a different effect. In this project file, I've pasted in a second image as a new layer. This image is currently hidden beneath layer 1, but if I temporarily hide layer 1, you can see it here. The text selection tool works in a very similar manner to the text tool, except that it creates a selection in the shape of the text you create. As with the text tool, I'll click to set my insertion point, but this time I'm going to click and drag to set the size of my text. Now I type my text, and click the check mark to proceed. The text is converted into an animated dashed line known as a selection marquee. I can now perform a variety of operations on my selection. For example, I can click Edit Cut to remove the selection area from the layer and reveal the layer beneath. If you're just working with a single standard layer, when you cut the selection you'll get a transparent region. In this project, hiding layer 2 has the same effect. If you're just working with a background layer, then the background colour will be revealed instead. Cutting my selection has placed a copy onto the clipboard, so I can also use the Paste as New Layer command to paste my selection into the same or a different photo. These cut and paste principles apply to selections created with any selection tool, not just text selections. To conclude, I'll show a quick and easy way to add a creative text effect to your images. Create a text selection using the font style and size of your choice. Now apply an adjustment from the Adjustments tab. I'll lighten the selected area with a Curves adjustment, but you could also apply a black and white film adjustment, a lens filter effect. Why not experiment to see what works on your image?